I will bear the indignation of the Lord, because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Kalalal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rukor Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and all the elders who rule well. Salutations unto my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Risking their lives and their freedom, especially in these times. To the scattered, scattered to the four corners of the earth. Like unto the speckled bird, I say shalom. Shalom to the Akwat, listening and learning. This is your brother Yerushalayim. I'm bringing a message today about the correct mindset of an Israelite man. Right? So, in the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 9, we see, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Right? And we know from 1 John 3, verse 4, the definition of sin. Right? Sin is the transgression of the law. Okay? So let's go and check out that scripture to take a read of it. That's 1 John chapter 3, verse 4. Right? Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. Right? So we understand now what is sin. So let's go back to Micah. Micah 7 and 9. Alright. So I will bear the indignation of the Lord. So the indignation basically is the punishment. It means punishment. The punishment of the Lord. Because we have sinned against him. And by sin we mean we broke his laws, statutes and commandments. The same laws, statutes and commandments that he gave us, we did not abide by them. So in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 16, we know the curses are going to basically based on this indignation we suffer right today. I wouldn't go into that in the effort of time. I don't want this to be a long video. So part of the indignation that we bear in this system is the raising up of Esau to rule over us. So the Lord raised up Esau as part of the indignation for our sin, right? And so we suffer that, and we suffer under all the curses that laid out in Deuteronomy 28. It's about 50 or so curses, 50 or so. And the best thing we could do, brothers, is to bear the indignation of the Lord, right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. Okay. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right? So the Lord telling us here outright, if you want to serve me, prepare your soul for temptation. He never promised a smooth ride. Right? Verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. So we mustn't run away from the troubles that the Lord, or the troubles or the tests that the Lord bring for us. We have to constantly endure. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at the last end. Salakia. So cleave unto him. We have to cleave unto him. We have to endure, and we have to keep on saying to cleave unto him constantly, not to depart from the truth, right? Not to depart from the truth, and so that we be increased at the end. So this is the promise that he laid up for us. All right. So when we cleave unto the Lord, what will happen? Eventually, he will raise us up, right? So let's go to the book of Job, chapter 22. Job 22 and 28. Okay. All right, 22, 28. Let's read from 28. Thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee, and the light shall shine upon thy ways. And verse 29 is where the meat is. When men are cast down, this is talking about us, because we cast down. We at our lowest level. Esau is on top of us, so all the other nations are on top of us. Right? So we cast down. Then thou shalt say, there is lifting up, and he shall save the humble person. Right? So he will save us. Who is the humble person? The elect. The elect are the humble men of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Right? We are the men who are not proud in this system. We humble in all things. And the Lord only deals with humble men. Sincere Akim, humble men. Right? So we cast down, and but the Lord will lift us up. So this is our faith, as Hebrews 11:6 says, without faith it's impossible to please Yahweh. So we have to have our faith, and this is our faith, that He will lift us up. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 2:4. Right? So, the Lord basically saying that, in this, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. Right? So the Lord telling us here, hey, bear your indignation cheerfully, be happy, be patient. When things go your way, and when the Lord change it to a low estate, be patient. Right? Be patient. Right? Have faith. Right? Verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So you see in here that, hey, gold is tried in the fire, so Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to try us in the fire. Right? He only takes care of his men, the elect men, the acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So these are his men he's talking about here. Right? These are his men. Right? So we have to bear our indignation cheerfully. We have to believe in Him, because your reward wouldn't fail. Let's go quickly to the book of Luke, chapter 24, verse 44. Right? So this is Yahushai, right? Yahushai is here speaking. And he said unto them, these are the words which I spake unto you, while I was yet with you, that at all things must be fulfilled, which were written in the law of Moses, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. So Yahushai basically is recognizing that, hey, all these things spoke about him, his coming, the Old Testament, the laws, the Psalms, and it's ironic how these Christians, just leave out these scriptures, but we go into everything, we go into the fullness of the book, right? So Yahushua is saying here, hey, he's acknowledging that the scriptures is about him. A precept for this is Psalm 40 and 7. Right, so let's quickly go to Psalm 40 and 7. Right, this is the book of Psalm chapter 40 verse 7. Then said I, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. Right? So the whole book is written of him. Right? The whole book is written of him. Right? And if we go to to 2 Samuel, which we'll go through shortly, we'll see that, hey, we know basically that that Yahushai was Solomon as well in the regeneration, right? So let's take an example out of Yahushai, right? So this is the book of 2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 12, right? Right, let me just highlight there. And when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, okay, this is the prophets, this is the Lord talking to David, I will set up thy seed after thee, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, and I will establish his kingdom. Right? So you're talking about Solomon here, right? He shall build an house for my name, and I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he committed iniquity, so this is the important part here, I will chasten him with the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men. So here the Lord talking about Solomon, right? So he said, he will establish the kingdom. So, Solomon would build his temple for him. But he said if he commit iniquity, a sin, I will chasten him, which means Lord will punish him, right? With the rod of men and with the stripes of the children of men, right? Now, Solomon himself, we know he sinned. We could go to the book of 1 Kings here, 11 and 1 to 6. So let's take a look at his transgression, his iniquity. This is 1 Kings chapter 11, verse 1. Right? But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of the Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, Ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. Right? So here we understand the mistake that Solomon made, He cleaved unto these heathen women, and these heathen women made him go off in his older age, right? Let's jump down to verse 6. And Solomon, right? Actually, let's read from verse 5. For Solomon went after Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Zidonians, and after Milcom, the abomination of the Amorites. And Solomon did evil in the sight of Yahweh, and went not fully after Yahweh, as did David his father. So here we see Solomon's sin, right? But the thing about it, and the important aspect to note, is that Solomon was never chastised during his lifetime, right? He never paid for his sin during his lifetime, right? Although he sinned, it was Yahweh who got the chastening. So that same chastening that they spoke about in 2 Samuel 7 and 14, Yahweh actually suffered that chastening, when he came, So let's go to Isaiah 53 and 10. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, verse 10. Right? Yet it pleased Yahweh to bruise him. So we're talking about Yahweh here. He had put him to grief. When thou shalt make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed, or his seed that goes into the elect, right? So his Yahweh seed is the elect. He shall prolong his days, and the pleasure of Yahweh shall prosper in his hand. So here we're reading that, it pleased Yahweh to bruise him, right? So then, if Yahweh is our master, and we are his men, we shouldn't think ourselves more than our creator. So we had to endure some amount of bruising too. We had to take some licks too, right? Let's go to Hebrews 12 and verse 5. Right? This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom Yahweh loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Right? So every son whom he love, he chastens. Right? And he scourged every son whom he receives. So this is going into elect. We're going to be scourged. Right? If ye endure chastening, Yahweh dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the father chasteneth not? Right? So all the sons that your father has, all the sons that Yahweh has, he chasteneth. Right? Verse 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. So if the Lord ain't chastising you, brother, the Lord ain't dealing with you. So yeah, this for brothers to watch out for themselves and to be humble and see what's going on, right? So just because if you ain't going through troubles, then you have to be worried, right? Because the Lord chasteneth all his elect, all his men, right? Let's go in the book of Hebrews 7, verse 26, right? And let's go into Yahweh Shai now, right? That's his sacrifice. For such an high priest became us, who is holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners, and made higher than the heavens. Verse 27. Who needed not daily, as those high priests, to offer up sacrifice for his own sins, right? For his own sins and then for the people. So this is Yahweh Shai sacrifice here, right? He was our lamb, but he sacrificed first his own sins. His own sins when he was Solomon in regeneration, right? He paid for his own sins as Solomon and then for our sins, right? Okay. So that's this how we have to bear this. Yahweh Shai bear this indignation, right? And when we have to be just like our master. We have to bear our indignation cheerfully, right? And have the faith to understand that the Lord will lift us up, right? Let's go to Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 21. Right, 4 and 21. Okay. So here we're gonna talk about we're gonna show Esau, because Esau's about to be cast down and we are about to be lifted up. Right, brothers? Verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Right? The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. So here we saying, okay, verse 21 going into, hey, the cup going to pass to you, right? You're going to pay for all you have done, right? We've been paying all along. But guess what? Our punishment is almost up, right? Our iniquity is almost paid for, right? So our indignation for the Lord is coming to an end. But yours now starting. Verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So he's seen here now, hey, the punishment of our iniquity is accomplished. He will no more carry us away into captivity. Our captivity is over. And the many captivities that we stood, right? It's finished, right? Jeremiah 49 and 12, right? I wouldn't go into this for the effort of time, but this goes into, Esau will now drink of that cup. Esau will drink of the cup of iniquity now. And they'll pay for their sins. Right? Let's go to Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Verse 7, right? Right? This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7, right? And the Lord thy God, thy power, Yahweh thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Who's Israel's main enemy? That's Esau, Edom. It's E, right? And they hate us. A lot of our bugged out brothers and sisters in 2/3, they believe Esau loves you. They believe that they love Esau and they believe Esau love them. But pretty soon you're going to be seeing now the true face of Esau. The true face is going to come back out. Trump is just beginning. Trump just riling them up. But we'll see that shortly, right? So he's gonna put the same curses, right? All these curses upon them, right? And then they will be destroyed. So let's go to Obadiah 1 and 18. Right? It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18. Because here we're gonna really see now way. Here we're gonna see what was the end of the story. You know? So this is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. So this is talking about the all of Israel, right? And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining in the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. Right? So that's the end. Esau is going to be destroyed. First, they're going to get punishment for their sins, right? Then they're going to be destroyed, right? I hope this lesson was edifying, right? And it was useful for you brothers, right? Shalom wa abad babal.